Your cold email campaign creation is completely wrong and it's costing you hundreds of meetings. I'm gonna break down today how you can fix that and optimize to get the best results possible. Okay? I'm Christian Cursillo, one of the founders over at Lead Generation, and if you'd rather just pay for appointments or demos with ICP clients on your calendar on autopilot on a pay per demo appointment basis, book in a call below and let's see if we're a fit. I'll guarantee you 10 in 90 days or you don't pay. Now let's jump into the video. So, your cold email campaign creation is completely wrong and it's costing you hundreds of meetings. Now, basic mass spammed campaigns used to work about 2 to 3 years ago, but now everybody can send 10,000 plus cold emails. It's no longer what's making you special. It's no longer what's helping you. It's no longer what's making you stand out in the market against your competition. And warming your domains is no longer a secret. Everybody knows how to do it. So we need to start being better than the rest. And how do we do that? Relevance and personalization. That all comes from setting up your campaigns properly. Okay? Now, same again, if you'd rather skip all this, skip the 1 million cold emails, book in a call, let's see if we're a fit, and you just pay for demos or appointments that I get you that I put on your calendar, ICP, or you don't pay. Okay? So who am I? I'm Christian Cursillo, one of the founders at Lead Generation. We've sent over 1 million cold emails for B2B SaaS and agencies alike. We've booked hundreds, if not thousands of calls for our clients. We've gotten people on the phone with industry titans like Nestle, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, Logitech, and we've added over 1 million in pipeline value for our clients, okay? Now, on to the next bit here. How we actually figured this out. Now, we were constantly getting good results for some clients and okay results for others. So of course what we did was we looked at the results and we tried to figure out, well, what's happening here? Why are some of these guys doing extremely well and some of these guys doing just average? Well, that's actually what brought us to notice this, is because we saw the same thing happening in all of the campaigns that were going extremely well had the same thing in common. It was the targeting and the campaign creation that helped it get great results. So, we tried many other things before we actually came to this. We started using artificial intelligence, which we still use, but in a different level. The problem is AI sounds too fake. It doesn't really sound human. People spotted it and actually just said, hey, this was ChatGPT, wasn't it? Like, that's always embarrassing. And there are a lot of AI checkers out there which can see if an email was just generated fully by AI. We also did manual personalizations with virtual assistants, which is great, but it takes a long time. It's extremely expensive, and in a day where everybody can send 10,000 emails, it's not worth the time. We still do that for some niche people, but not everybody, okay? Then we tried nothing at all. Like, just tried normally sending emails, but emails felt impersonal. We had a much lower reply rate, and most replies were just negative or rude because it was mass spammed emails. So we tried many other solutions, but this was the best solution. So let's talk about it. The main way that you're going to get better results is segmenting your campaigns. I'm going to break everything down, so don't worry if you're confused. Even if you know about it, let's talk about it, okay? Why does it work? Because this means you can personalize your campaigns with ease. So every single email can be personalized. You can scale it effectively, and you can hit the same person or same people or 3 to 5 people in the same company multiple times, and they won't even notice it's the same email because of the way that you're making it. And it resonates and it's relevant. That's one of the biggest things. Now you're gonna see a higher reply rate, higher book rate, and higher recontactability. And if you don't segment, you're burning your leads fast, you're getting, generic spamming emails, higher trash rates, and you're risking everything, because if you're constantly getting put to spam, Google, Outlook, they don't like that. So you need to be segmenting and personalizing, okay? Now, how to actually segment comes in 2 forms. You've got your list and your scraping. The first method, what we're gonna be doing, you're gonna take your list, you're gonna filter it by 1 or 2 parameters. I normally use industry or job title, and then you're gonna slowly comb through these lists and sort them into each of the parameters. It takes time, get a virtual assistant to do it, it's well worth it. And this is where you can run a campaign to only CFOs of F&B companies or CEOs, CFOs, COOs of SaaS companies. Make sure they care about the same thing, right? CEO and CFO are gonna care about very different things, even though they're both the chief. It takes a lot of time, but you can create 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 campaigns from this single list because you have it organized. It takes a lot of time to clean. We've got automations which do it, which means we're able to do it at scale. Now, when you're scraping, you can just scrape using these very specific parameters, sorry. So you can scrape based on like CFO and scrape based on an industry, and that's great. boom, now you've got your list already ready. But it takes a lot of time and you're gonna be missing stuff. It's easier, you'll find more if you go through and clean the list, but it takes a longer time. This is quicker, but you'll miss out on contacts. You just gotta make sure that you're cleaning the list so that all of your job titles and everything sound human, okay? Both of these methods take time, but they're worth it. The time they take to implement is far worth it from the amount of just results you're going to be getting. You need to make sure that your data is cleaned and, accurate, inaccurate data just ruins everything. Do not have inaccurate data. Don't say, hey, bracket first name, ruins everything, and yeah. Now, the true sauce. What are we actually doing once we segment these campaigns? This means we can take the entirety of the email and we can actually personalize it to this list. We can personalize the case study, the personalization, personalized, the benefit, the outcome, the pain point. Every single aspect of our email can be tailored. And that's what takes it from, hey, this is just a mass marketed email, to, hey, I got an email from Chris and it sounds like he actually cares about my business. He actually wants to help me, and this is a human to human interaction. I like this. How many people are actually going to be mad at you if you have a one-on-one human interaction with them over email? There's still going to be some, but it's like when you're walking around in the mall and somebody comes up to you and they try to talk to you, they're trying to talk to you. So you don't get mad at them, you may brush them off, but you don't turn around and start yelling at them, do you? But if you've got mass marketed emails, people get mad. Don't mass market emails. So this is what we're going to be doing, okay? And just to give you a bit of an example, you can go from emailing an SEO company about more warm leads in the pipeline, even though it's getting tougher and tougher to attract warm leads due to the SEO market, sophisticating and prove it with a case study for another UK SEO company. So that's what you can turn it into from just emailing an SEO company. You can turn it into this way more sophisticated thing showing how much you understand the UK SEO market. Now, how this works for you. Now, if you just want this implemented and you want to have these perfect marketing campaigns set up all for you, work with us and you'll only pay per appointment or demo that is in your ideal client and shows up. If you close 1 out of 10 people that we bring here, you're making far more than this is costing you, and we both make a lot of money. I'll guarantee you 10 calls in 90 days or you don't pay. Just book in a strategy session below or on this document if you've got the document. Disclaimer. You've got to be B2B, business to business. You have to have an average deal size or average recurring revenue of £10,000 or above. If you're lower, you need to have a very high close rate. You must have case studies. You must be looking to grow. And we mainly help B2B agencies and SaaS companies, but if you have a strong offer, we can help, okay? Now, why it works. Because you're only paying for appointment or demo, you're only paying for pretty much results. And that means if you're closing 1 or 2 out of 10, you're making far more than this is costing you. And this is why other agencies that just give you a retainer and say, hey, we're gonna get you 50, 100, 200 meetings for this retainer, they're probably lying. They love to charge you really high rates and say that you're going to get leads for £50 a lead, but I'll put my money where my mouth is and say you're only paying me for results, and that's why it works, okay? I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is, and that's why I even put a guarantee on it. But don't trust just me. You can pause this right now and read 2 testimonials. One from Rakib, senior sales engineer at Propeller Studio. We've added over £200,000 to their pipeline. And another one is David Bateman, head of marketing at MintTech. Our system added over 1.5 million to their pipeline. So you can have a read of those and see what other people think of our service. And listen, if you're still not sure, like I said, we're offering you 10 demos or appointments in 90 days or you don't pay. There's literally almost zero risk because as long as you're closing 1 or 2 out of 10 of those, which you should be, every pretty much business is closing over 10%, at least I think, then you're making far more than this is costing you, and we're both gonna be very happy. And listen, if you're still not certain, you've got 2 choices right now. The first one is staying as you are. Keep that unpredictable lead flow, which is, let's face it, hard to scale. Keep relying on referrals that you have zero control over. I mean, that referral tap can turn off at any day. I've seen it happen. And keep overspending on those ads. Or if you don't want to worry about where your next lead is coming from ever again, work with me. Predictably scale your business with zero extra work from you. Pay for only ICP appointments or demos that you can close, and stay ahead of the ever sophisticating, ever more competition-based B2B SaaS and agency market. That's all from me. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Keep up the good work.